Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. I see your yarn again.
Yeah, it's a little explosive back there, but I think it'll be fine.
It's fine. It's fine. How are you? How you been?
I'm good.
Good.
Great. Yeah.
That that sounds so convincing.
We went to a trampoline park today, Amethyst and Gideon and I, and with the homeschool group. And the fire alarm went off. And
Mm.
I understand what to do. I understand what it was. I also understood that there was, no visible fire or visible smoke, and we were all fine. But my nervous system was so freaking the frick out. I was in
Yep.
tears. Other parents were like, this is a great learning opportunity because they're homeschooled, so they don't always get a fire drill, right? And I'm all like, just the thought of explaining it to Amethyst right now just like sent me into deeper tears. And I'm like, and then she's like, why are you crying, Mom? Why are you crying? I was like, I'm overwhelmed. It's okay. Like, oh my gosh, I'm going to make it worse.
Oh man.
Like, the little
No,
kids.
Bama, I was just running a little late.
I just feel really stupid.
Well, I'm sorry you dealt with that today. That kind of sucks.
But otherwise, it was a good time. Amethyst had a blast. Almost completely forgot that we spent like 20 minutes outside waiting for the fire department to check the building and let us back in.
Yeah.
It was yeah, she didn't mind. Have to jump and play, and it's an adventure park. So there's not just a trampoline park. There's like a thing where you put a harness on and you run around these obstacle courses. It's pretty cool.
Oh,
She didn't do
interesting.
it's cool. How was your day? How are you? How's it going?
Uh, I'm tired. I'm always tired. I swear. Um, I slept okay. I tried to wake up a little bit earlier today, so I got the kids on the bus myself and then laid back down probably around 9:30. Woke back up about 12:30. So I'm trying not to sleep my day completely away. Uh,
Alright.
and so, socialized with the mother-in-law for a bit and got the kids off the bus. And it's basically been just dealing with them ever since.
Yep.
I was on the phone with Haley for a while and like I was so overwhelmed. It was insane because it was like I was trying to do one thing while also being on the phone. And you have Rowan trying to be up my butt, talking my ear off every 3 seconds. And then the mother-in-law is reminding me like tomorrow's their Valentine's Day parties, I think. Like make sure that you do the Valentines and make sure that you've got this and make sure that you've got this. Well, you know what ended up happening in the overwhelm of all of that? Right before I was hanging up the phone with Haley, it occurred to me that it was just about 7 o'clock. And I forgot to go to the pharmacy to get Archer's medicine for his ADHD.
Oh no.
And he used his last pill last night.
Oh no.
Yeah. We do have some of his 80 milligrams left, so I'll give him one of those. He's just going to have a bit of a rough day for tomorrow.
Is that a lesser dose than
Yeah.
standard? Than his okay.
Yeah. But it is what it is. Can't do much about it now. Can't make the pharmacy open back up because I forgot to go.
Yeah, that happens. You'll
Yeah.
you'll figure it out. It just sucks. I get it.
Yeah. But I mean, tomorrow is crochet group, so I'm gonna go do that. Um, the one shop that I have my inventory in that is like close to my house. We've decided that we're going to pull my inventory.
Okay.
Um, her and I had discussed it prior, but apparently she forgot. Um, that she does not like that I charge $11 for things that are in her store that I charge $10 for off of my table.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what happens when you take some of somebody's profit. You have to mark up the price a little.
Right. Right. So I guess she during like the other day, she said something about the other day she heard people looking at the plushies and they were like talking to each other and they said something about I'm pretty sure that those are only $10 in her shop. Like that's all fine and good, but I do so few local markets now
Yeah.
that you are likely to find my booth locally 2 or 3 times a year.
Did you explain that to her that you don't sell
I,
locally?
I did. Like so short of them having to like do a porch pickup with me, um, or they could buy off of my website, but I even mark up my own items on my website.
Yeah, because they're shipping too. Nobody wants to pay shipping. Like,
Right.
ideally.
Well, I mean, I
It's great.
put on their shipping costs. Like there, I charge $6 for shipping. So I do charge $10 for the item like I do off of my table, but it doesn't really take me $6 to ship anything.
Mhm.
I can get it shipped for 5 or 4.50, 5, whatever.
Yeah, I
So
mean, but
like that dollar raise is kind of there in shipping, but like I'm not eating profit.
yeah.
I shouldn't have to.
Hmm.
Like, so it is what it is. I did explain to her, my reasoning for my prices and like, we talked about this at one point before. Like, I don't that it's a higher price in your booth because I don't lose money to sell it myself. Like,
Yeah.
realistically. So it's like, well, I'd really like to see the prices be brought down to 10 like in the rest of your store or talk about removing them. Like, that's fine. Like realistically, like it's going to make it easier for me in the long run. I don't have to split my time on making things for that store when I mean, I probably make like $60 every couple months.
Yeah, that's not worth it, really. I mean, I
No,
agree. It's still a shitty thing for her to do, but
I
it's
mean,
not
it
worth
is what
your.
it is. Like, I see where she's coming from, but at the same time, it's not very small business friendly, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's not really.
Um, like you're not buying it wholesale from me. If it was wholesale, then I can understand asking to discount items because you're buying them in bulk. But you're going to mark them up to sell them at whatever price you want to make what you need from them. So I don't do wholesale. It is based on commission. So it's definitely up to me as to how much I set my price at for my items.
Yeah.
It needs to be worth it to me in the end too. Like I don't I don't need to, for lack of a better phrase, beg to sell my products in a store locally for less than what I struggle to keep up with inventory to
Yeah.
sell
Okay.
somewhere else. Like it's fine. It's fine. And I can always put those items in the other store that I'm in too. Like it's a little farther away, but that makes it makes it so much easier, honestly.
Yeah. I'm sorry she did that. That was kind of rude.
Eh, it is
What
what
is
it
it?
is.
I don't know, man. Sounds.
It sounds like it was more of the excuse used. Good
Hmm.
timing, because she had said something about she wants to move the store in a bit of a different direction, and she just doesn't know how this fits into the space when maybe there are other things that could make her more profit.
I really hate that. Like, say what you mean and say the problem. Like, give me the
Yeah,
real problem. My mother
right.
used
Like,
to do that, like, get
don't.
mad for something else, and I'm like,
That's my thing. Is it feels like don't blame me. Don't make it seem like my fault that you're telling me to leave the store when in reality you just want to do something different with your business.
I mean, that's a fair thing to say, right? I don't want
Yeah,
to do this anymore. We had a
yeah,
good run. See you later. Like,
right.
rather than like, putting it on you as somebody who's like, you can't possibly meet my demand, so I'm going to kick you out or let you leave or whatever. It
Mhm.
was, it's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but it's people. People be like that. You see
Yep,
what I'm
that's
making?
fine. I don't struggle to sell my things anywhere. Those are cute.
I found a new yarn at Michael's.
It's very fluffy.
It looks fluffier than it feels. I mean, it feels fluffy, but it feels like a slightly fluffier brunette.
Mhm.
Um, but it doesn't feel like extra fluffy or anything. But it looks really cute. I did pull in the eyes, so there's that effect too.
Mhm.
But it looks like it's fluffier than it is. I found yeah, I'm live. I found this color too, which I think is gonna make a good cat and a good bird. Um, so I just watched somebody go through. I think it was Crochet Vision. They just went through all the colors at the Michaels or her Michaels, and a lot of them are the same color for all these new yarns that came out. And I think this one is like, where is it? I see a number for the color. For the color. Desert, Mojave Desert.
I love that.
That was like, there were like three other yarn lines that had the same color or the same name and the same colors. I was like, okay, you guys are being a little, I mean, we see that. And then this one is very much like the Bernat one.
Ooh, I love
Like I
that.
said, it's slightly fluffier. Again, it doesn't really feel extra like I thought it was going to be a little fluffier by the way it looks
Mhm.
when it's whipped up, but it's really not. It feels like in the core is Bernat with just slightly longer. But
Does
yeah, so there's
the
that.
does the yarn like French down to the same size as Bernat, or do the items overall turn out bigger?
I don't have a direct Bernat one to compare, but I feel like it probably. I don't know. I feel like it's maybe a tiny bit. Is a. I don't know. Go ask your father. Go ask your father.
Mom's busy right now.
Go ask your father.
For
Jeez.
real.
Okay, so here is actually Bernat in tweed. We have a direct comparison. It's not worked up, but it's a direct comparison. All right, this is much fluffier. I'm gonna start that out. Bye.
Look at my coffee cup.
Queen bee. Yo. Okay, this looks much thicker actually in person or compared.
Yes, it
Yeah.
does.
Okay, so it's gonna come out bigger. The downside is that it's 109 yards for 9.99.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh.
but it's fluffier. And it doesn't shed much like Bernat does. Like it doesn't. It's not shedding.
I love
I mean,
that.
I've seen a couple pieces, but not like in the same way Bernat. Like if you get it just right, you might pull off a piece.
Right.
But yeah, it's definitely thicker. And again, it's more like there's a core in there that feels like Bernat, but it's a little bit thicker, like fluffier. But it
Yeah,
like yeah, I think it makes sense that it would work up thicker, bigger.
yeah. There's more of a halo to it almost.
Yeah, but yeah,
Um,
I love how fluffy they're coming out.
it's cute. I need me some of that yellow specifically.
So the
Yeah.
yellow is also slightly like tweeted too.
Mm-hmm. Cold Steel, I do see your messages pop up. I see the messages. I just haven't had a chance to respond just yet.
Sorry.
I was listening. I was actively listening.
There's there.
I love that. It's so cute.
It's very soft. And
Do you
then
know
they
what it
have
looks
a
like? Do you know what it looks like?
what?
Hobby Lobby has a yarn exactly like that.
It,
And
yeah.
what brand is this?
This is they use Big Twist. They put Big Twist on it, even though Big Twist never had anything like this, and they're calling
Yeah.
it Fluff. Big Twist Fluff.
Oh,
That
yeah.
feels that feels just disingenuous to me because that's not their brand. I mean, technically it is now, but that's not what Big Twist ever had. And if you were
Right.
like honoring Big Twist, you'd like I don't know, maybe it needs to make the money for them to keep it alive. So whatever.
Right.
And then I lost my six
Oh,
millimeter hook.
that's all right. I broke mine the other day.
Yeah, but these are like my favorite. Like these don't break, so I need to find it. Like these don't break.
That's pretty. Where did you get that?
Um, I just ordered two 6 millimeter hooks because I'm so heartbroken about my lost one, and it seems to be my only one. But they're not cheap. These are bougie hooks, I guess.
I mean, are good hooks ever cheap now?
It's by my darn yarn on Etsy. She comes up with like she uses acrylic, like pen for pens.
Yeah.
This one's like see through with like some of the lighter part is like solid,
Okay.
and you can pick whatever acrylic you want. This is my other new one. I think I got this in a 4. Yeah,
That's so pretty.
I love it
I'm in love.
because the only other person that I got another like this is not the same design the person, and while I like it, they put the hook like
Way
way
far.
back here, and she can cover up this if you want it, or you can just ask her to leave it down here. She's got options, and then she has like 5 or 6 different shapes she'll make out of this handle. If you want like a big thick one, she has one for that, and then there's like 3 or 4 different ones. Um, but yeah,
Hmm. I'll have to look into that. Cold Steel, I'm glad that you feel relaxed. Yes, for anybody who's watching, I'm Kat. This is Kat's Crafty Crochet Corner YouTube channel, and this is my friend Molly with Out of the Barn Crochet. We are both crocheters. The intention is to, whip Wednesday with friends. Uh, those are so pretty. Ah,
I love them.
I love
They
them.
range from like $35 to $45.
Well, that's like
I love them.
the same level as furls. Dang.
They are better than furls. Like furls break, right?
I don't know. I've only ever bought one furls and it's not broken.
Actually, Elena broke 3 this last like within the last 2 weeks. One of
Furls
them was
or
an
O
O
fire.
fire. One of them was an O fire, but the other 2 were furls. Because I
Okay.
bought 2 furls from their oops line, their
Mm-hmm.
mistake, and I ended up giving them to her because I don't like the way the yarn sits on the hook, like how the lack of like you have to run it through your hair to get it to be smooth. Um, yeah, and she broke the tips off of all of them. And I'm like, that does it. These are superior. I win. No
Yeah.
offense. Sorry. I don't say it
I
to you, but I did say it to Elena.
I didn't break the tip. I mean, the tip did break off of mine, but
Is that the one that got flung?
no, that was the one before that. This is the one that I was on live with Haley this past Sunday, and my foot got stuck in my phone charger when I went to undo my feet from being cross-legged, and it yanked my phone out of the tripod thing. And I was trying to catch the phone and evidently let go of the crochet project, and the hook hit the floor and it busted it. And you want to know where I found the tip of it? Not right here inside of my polyfill box, but way the hell over there in my polyfill box.
Oh no.
Ow!
Sorry.
Sorry,
I'm just saying,
I
like,
just
these are
yanked.
solid.
I just smashed my knee on
Ooh.
my desk.
I've added these, or I've like dropped these on accident, and like they've dropped from the truck and stuff. Um, they're just solid. It's because the hook itself, it's a semi-cheap hook, and then they just
Mhm.
handle in it.
I so I love my Clover Moore hooks,
These
but
are also
now I don't like wooden handles myself.
they just work in a pinch for me, like as
Yeah,
backup as I'm gonna lose my hook. Screw bringing my good ones.
yeah. I use my Clover hooks are in my travel yarn bag. Is like those are my travelers,
Yeah.
but um, all which stupid me. How many hooks have I broken while not at my house? Realistically, I think one, but because I took it to a market, that was just silly of me. Um, but anyways, yeah, this is what's been going on in my life. Um, I'm on my backup Lucia hook right now. Because I like it. Just feels nice.
Mhm.
It feels nice. It's a good weight. It holds the yarn right. My issue with my Clover hooks is that it doesn't use the plush yarn very well. It doesn't hold it. It doesn't grab it well. So, like, maybe I need to invest in a different type of metal hook with the inline. Because, like, that's what these are,
Those are
right?
inlines?
Are they?
Yeah. Yeah, they are.
Okay. I was gonna say, like, these are inlines, and I find that the inline works better with the plush yarn, but the tapered works better with, like, wearable type yarn, to grab it. Because this
Mhm.
can, it just, if it's, you'll know when it's splitty with this. Where with
Yeah.
the Clover hooks, it's not as splitty. Um, but I don't like Susan Bates hooks. And I don't like a hook anymore that doesn't have some form of girth to it. Um, or
That's a,
that's just what came to mind. So
they do make them in the other brand, Boyd's. She can make these like the handles on Boyd's. And then some I think she can make them on Clovers. Hold on. Let me click one. She has sparkly purple ones and pink ones.
I'm gonna have to
Beads,
go.
Boyd,
I'm gonna have to
Clover.
go and
Yeah,
see a search.
she is Clover from B to 7. No, B to J. And then there's a 7. Here, hold on, I'll send you a link.
Okay.
It's just a
The
random purple
seven.
sparkly one. But actually I'm gonna do you care if I put it in Discord just so you can see it?
Yes, please go for it.
Okay. I'm just gonna throw it in everyday for the sake of it's in the
Yes,
everyday
for
one.
those of you who are here, hi, hello, welcome in. Thank you for joining us. Crochet channel. We'll get there at some point. She's crocheting. I'm not doing anything yet. But don't forget
Okay.
to like the live. Don't forget to subscribe. We try to keep things chill and relaxed. Unless we get the occasional stupid person who comes in, but that's different. Um, I see Morgan popped in. Whitney, hi, hello. Morgan's making a mousse.
Nice.
Amy is here. Uh, hey, Haley. Haley does need my PJs. They come with matching shorts too. And I have another set that's like the black version. And I have a nightgown, like a long sleeve nightgown that's also Jack. Um, they're very, very soft. They were from Walmart. The size that I have would not fit you. It would be at least the size too big. Um,
It's a third one.
That is so cute. It's a cute little birds.
I'm gonna see how many I can make with them since there's so not a lot of yarn in these.
Smart. Smart.
Smart. Okay. Sorry, I was like, did you say Mart?
Nope. Smart. Bama says, thank you for watching Cat's Crafty Crochet stream. Okay, he tried to say that. Please remember to be respectful in the stream. Remember to subscribe and share. Please keep your personal views to yourself. And by personal views, it's definitely, hot topic views. We don't talk religion. We don't talk politics. We're not talking the NFL this week. Yeah, that we had a small conversation about that on Sunday, and yep. Anyways, so hello, Dark Horse. Listen, all of you guys who are hanging out here, you've gotta start learning how to crochet. Not that you're not welcome, but you might as well find a grandma hobby and start picking it up while you're hanging out with us.
Yeah. I also spin yarn. I just haven't lately. Actually, in a long time.
I don't know how to do that.
It might be a little bit loud. I don't know. It doesn't
Probably.
squeak, but it does like make a twirly sound.
Probably like the yarn winder, right?
Not as loud as the yarn winder. It's
Then you'd be
smooth and
fine.
oily, and like it's nice. And mine's from the 70s. It's been
Bunny says hi.
Yeah, if you guys haven't subscribed to my channel, which is separate from like the one you can easily subscribe to, don't forget to do that. I'm at like 838 subscribers, so I am almost to 1,000, and that is my goal. So if you want to do that, that would be great.
Damn, dude, that's so cool. You're getting there.
Yay!
Whitney said, hey, do you know we talk about me have ADHD? So I talked to my doctor and now I have a prescription for it. And when I was filling out the paper, I'm like, damn, I feel called out. So I definitely have it.
Oh, yeah.
Birds of a feather, Whitney, flock together. If you've never heard the phrase, essentially that means that those of us who deal with it can spot it from a mile away.
Yeah, that and autism too. Not
Yeah.
that you, but it's a thing.
Hey, I've been told by my son's psychologist when she was seeing him that I have obvious ADHD with some autistic tendencies. So you never know. You never know. I don't claim it, but that's just cuz like probably not enough. It's probably just some coping mechanism I picked up somewhere.
Yeah.
Bama says, Whitney, I'm happy you found hope. Medicine will help you. Yeah, medicine makes a huge difference for a lot of people. The biggest thing to understand is that it's not an exact science. They're going to start you out at the lowest dose they possibly can. Not every brand of medicine is going to work for you. And insurance is very stupid. So oftentimes they may know the medicine that they think will work best for you based on your lifestyle, but insurance won't let them try it until you've tried and failed other things in different drug categories. So take the time to work your way through the medicine to find which one actually makes you feel good. If you feel more anxious, tell your doctor. You're not supposed to feel more anxious. If you are so hyper focused that you are not eating, tell your doctor. It may be an easy way to lose weight, but it's not the ideal one. Um, like, there are lots of things. I'm sure your doctor gave you a list of things to look into of, hey, if this medicine is making you react this way, don't take it, basically. But you got it. You got this. Hello, Sawboss. Welcome back. Um, Bama, they're finding some correlations in studies between hormone development in different genders with ADHD. So a lot of boys will have very strong severe symptoms of ADHD, and then they do tend to kind of grow out of it as they get older, and as boys turn into men, their testosterone lowers over time, where women, they find out a lot of times that they have ADHD later in life because they get to a point where their hormones are so crazy out of whack that it makes those symptoms very amplified.
Also,
Um,
the stress and all the
yeah,
things you didn't have on your plate as a teenager or, young adult.
yes.
Parenthood
Um,
brings.
but I want to say that like with females, it's definitely estrogen based, and I would imagine that with males, it's testosterone based. So that's that's kind of why is women have low testosterone typically, and men have higher testosterone. I don't know. That's more of a theory. I can't remember the studies exactly, but there are lots of studies that have correlations into it. You should look into it. I'm not saying that your body's ability to create children has stopped working. I'm just uh, just men as they go through life. It's a steady decline usually. I'm not attacking you. It's just part of life. Anyways, hi Nathalie. Yes, thank you. I know that I know my stuff will sell in other places. Like this was it was a very nice small hometown opportunity while it was there. So, it is what it is. Welcome back to your safe space, Cold Steel.
Aw, you're a safe
I
place
figured
for somebody.
huh?
I said you're a safe place for somebody. Awesome.
I love that. I love that. Whitney says I was diagnosed ADD as a kid, but when I was fill it out, I was damn it's that bad. Well, dude, if you were diagnosed ADD as a kid,
That doesn't
especially as a
mean
female, it doesn't go away. Girl, what are you doing? Saber Seuss loves your shirt.
Oh, thanks. I got it at Goodwill. I've never been to
Isn't
Buc-ee's.
I was gonna say it's a Bucky shirt, isn't it?
Yeah, I've never been to Buc-ee's. I heard it's cool though.
Uh,
Probably will go someday, but have not
Haley
yet.
tells me all the time that it's the most amazing place. And like when I go down to visit her and we road trip to Georgia to see Maria and Ruby, like we're gonna stop at a Bucky's. And I'm like, cool. We're gonna stop at a gas station. Like, I know that it's more than that, but uh I guess I just don't know what to expect. I don't know how to see it as more than a gas station.
I don't know. I forgot I
Hi,
asked.
John. We're doing well. I'm trying to catch up through the comments, kind of. Haley says, excuse you.
Kat, what
Gross.
do you sell your chicks and eggs for? Do you make chicks and eggs?
I do not make chicks and eggs.
I'm thinking 20. Uh-oh.
The baby.
Uh-oh.
The baby. It took me a second. I'm like, what is that? It's the baby.
All right.
Um,
Baby is not sleeping.
ah, yes. Old Steel likes your friendly, warm demeanor. That's okay, JJ. Listen, you are always welcome back.
Oh, thank you.
Bama Buc-ee's essentially is the mascot of some fancy gas station. It's a phenomenon. I don't understand it. Haley, tell the man what Buc-ee's is.
Haley,
Anybody
tell
who
me.
is in love with Buc-ee's, share the hype, share the lore. What makes it special, I guess. Um, Amy wants to go to Michael's because of Sarah's video. Cold Steel says there's something warm and relaxing about watching this. I have PTSD and this is good for me. I love that. I don't love that you have PTSD. I love that this is good for you. Listen, I know that that sounds wrong coming out, but if it makes any
What's the matter?
difference, if it makes any difference, I have suffered from PTSD in childhood. So you can get through it. I'm not saying there aren't triggers still in life. There are, but there is a way to live with it where it's not taking over everything, and I want to give you that hope. But I know that it sucks. Um,
Ding, ding. That's my
we're
water bottle.
doing this because we're having fun. I mean, we're two friends hanging out together
I
with
haven't talked to
other.
Kat in like a week, so I'm just hanging out with Kat crocheting.
That's right.
You can.
You guys just get to hang out with us, right? What is this? Um, we're crocheting. Do you see all the yarn? It is a yarn craft, including a hook and your hands. If it's an ooh, like why bother commenting? I mean, your username says a lot. Hmm. Yes, definitely be polite. What's up, Hunter? How are you? Um, yes, just a reminder, anybody coming in, don't forget to like the live. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, to Molly's channel. I need to update the information here to tag Molly's channel. Alyssa's real job has gotten in the way of her YouTube duties this evening. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Uh, Cold Steel says that you are a warm person.
Oh, thanks. Me or you? Does it?
You.
Thank you. Kat's a warm person.
Morgan's going to work on her moose legs. Yes. Double tap your screen, guys. Unless you've already liked it, and then don't.
Then don't touch your screen.
Yeah. Smash the like button and subscribe. Aw, thanks, Cold Steel. We're blood pressure reducers. Ah! I scrolled too far. Where did it go? Somebody can't crochet because of a kitten?
Valid.
Yes, Morgan can't crochet because her kitten's here. Hey, Erin. Kylie's working on her purple and black beanie.
Hi, Maggie. What are you doing?
Hey, Scuba Steve. Hey, Kathy.
You say hi.
Maggie. Hello, little mop dog.
Hey, Maggie. You don't smell nice. Get down. Sit over there.
Kylie wants to know what everybody else is crocheting tonight. I will probably pick up a snake. I know, look at the cutie dog. Bob Boss wants to know what's the largest crochet either of you have made. Last week I talked on it a little bit. The biggest thing that I've crocheted was probably my wedding reception dress and my sister's matching dress. She was 5.
Um, I don't know what the largest thing is. I mean, I made several hippos when I was earlier in crochet that were made of octagons and hexagons.
That's
Um,
yes.
and she's a like her name is Heidi. The designer's name is Heidi Bears,
Mhm.
and she has a lot of animals that are that shape or that are made of hexagons and octagons and granny square hexagons and octagons, specifically African flower ones like that motif. And
Mhm.
it's a beautifully written patterns. I've made 7 of those hippos. Um, they took me back then about a month, and there were 80 motifs to put together to make that hippo. And my dumb butt sold them for about $70 back then. Cat, don't spit out your coffee. I was afraid that I said that at the wrong time because
Mm,
70 bucks is not enough. But
Maine.
hindsight, and it was an acrylic yarn. Hopefully that's obvious. Um, I don't know. Oh, and I made a really big toys by Delicious Crochet. She's on Etsy, and they were like they probably stood like I mean, my 2-year-old was sitting beside them, and they were as tall as my 2-year-old at the time. And the loop stitches, the llama and the sheep were made of loop stitches out of
Mm-mm.
acrylic yarn. I sold those for like $45. Oh my gosh. Hindsight, man.
Mm,
So like big
girl.
projects, but not physically large. I mean, they were large, but not like a dress large.
No, but huge projects because in number of stitches
Yeah,
and
they were
effort.
huge. Way. And a 3.5, 3.75 millimeter hook at the time.
Gross.
Gross. Here's another chickie. That's 4.
Yay.
Not on live. I made 2 before we went live. But
Let's see. Cold Steel says, I suggest all men come here to feel a warm welcome and no expectation of pseudo macho behavior. Correct. Correct. Morgan said, one moose leg done, 3 more to go. I need 1 more for a rabbit and done by tomorrow night. That's not very long there, dude. Whitney says, my mom is what it was. She made me question everything because of what happened and when she was over my medical care. Boo. Where'd it go? Okay. Morgan brought her moose into school so she could work on it, and a kid in your class said I could make the moose head in 30 minutes. And so I gave him a yarn and a hook and said, make a magic ring, and he couldn't. Good for you, Morgan. Good for you.
good job.
I love that. JJ is making a top for their pin because they're bored. Erin wants to pop in for a bit before she falls asleep. Need to get out of this depressive funk, but I will get there. I'm going to New York City on Thursday next week for February break, so less depressive me. Here I come. I love that, Erin. You make sure to take all the pictures and just enjoy yourself. What are you doing in New York City? Do you know? Cold Steel, I am far from an angel, but thank you. I love that JJ also uses the word ginormous because I know that there are not a lot of people that use that specific word that's not in the dictionary. JJ said the biggest thing I made was a ginormous jellyfish, like 3 foot tall. Morgan's kitten is back. Oh no. Whitney, I'm working at 9 a.m. to 11 tomorrow. And the only thing is, I'm going to have hella money. It's for a TikTok. It's from TikTok. Amy says, have you seen Crouton Crochet's giant tacosaurus? Yes, I have. Morgan says, I mean, I love my kitten, but I can't crochet with her here, and the largest thing I've made was a horse. Hi, Dark High Life. Oh, okay. Whitney says it's a TikTok sound. Oh boy. Oh boy. I don't even want to know what context you were in on either side there, Cold Steel.
I'm so cold.
Erin said, yes, planning on going to the Harry Potter place, possibly going on a boat to see the Statue of Liberty, and just see all the things. That sounds amazing, Erin. I would love to see pictures. Please share them in the Discord. Are you going like with a fiance or with family? Thank you, Dark High Life. I was very anxious to put out the 2 fair videos, but I'm glad that they're out. That being said, anybody who has not watched part 1 and part 2 of the videos for the Ohio State Fair experience from last year, please go watch them. Leave a comment, make sure to like them, share them if you'd like to. It helps the algorithm push it out there to more people. But I know that it's a very, very long video. But I think that as crocheters, especially those of us who are interested in selling our stuff, you have a lot of experience to learn from it by watching it. And it was just so much fun. So much fun. Bama says, sorry, I was busy, Miss Erin. My teenage drama queen daughter. I'm good. Hi, Maria. Morgan says, have you seen the life size Paso by that Ginger Crochet or something like that? I have not.
Okay, so he's a streamer. He's
Oh,
Google.
yep.
I
Okay.
mean, he owns it, so I guess it's okay. But I don't like talking about people's bodies, guys.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
The ducky pattern. I can tell you the ducky pattern. It's actually a chick. It's the chunky chick. By
No,
making
Molly,
on
reread it.
what?
Reread it.
Oh, I can send you a duck. Okay, that would be cool. I have a I was gonna do a crochet groves ducky, and then I was like, wait, this is really gonna be massive if I use this yarn. Never mind. I
Wait,
don't
like
have that much.
the ducky with the floaties?
Yeah,
Oh, I need to make that.
I don't. I need to use Parfait Chunky for that if I'm gonna make it. That's all I gotta say. Because
I
I don't
feel
want it to be
like
massive.
I think Felicia made one in Bernat, possibly. I don't know.
Because I was looking at it. It's actually I put it down.
Maria, you could send it to Molly through Discord Messenger.
Yeah, but Maria, I'm sorry. I would love that. I misread it. You're Kat's absolutely right. I misread it.
I just
But
I just
yes.
wanted to stop you from getting ahead of yourself and going through the effort. Uh,
Embarrassing. Yeah,
oh,
I get it.
let me figure out how to send this to you. Like, no, 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 other way around, girly.
I need.
I would love to see it. Let's see.
I'm
No,
just trying to see
Whitney
how to.
Bama is not in the Discord. Aaron says, I will. I'm going with the best friend. Your maid of honor in the wedding. We're staying with her Nana. That's so cute. Yes, hit that like button, guys. Aw, Shanks Cold Steel. Bama knows nothing about Discord. It's basically like smaller Facebook. It's a very small community of people. It can get very large, but no, there aren't people that are going to get shadow banned where you occasionally, like, you stop seeing their stuff. If they post something, you're going to see it, but it's like a message board shared between everybody. Like, there aren't really profiles per se,
You're not really
stuff
gonna
like that.
run into somebody that you didn't reach out to see. Like, at least I don't.
Kind of.
I mean, on channels you can, but like, I'm not gonna accidentally. Like, I'm not gonna. It's not gonna recommend anybody for me to like. It's not gonna put my feed into like any weird spaces. It doesn't do
Yeah,
that. That's what it is. It's very cozy, easy to forget to.
yeah. One Anybody who is easily distracted, Facebook is like Walmart.
Mhm.
You open it up, and then suddenly you have forgotten the milk because you've been down every single aisle and gotten distracted by other things. And you only went there for the milk.
Yeah, this is much more like exactly what you want to, who you want to interact with.
Yeah. Cold Steel says that Molly is great, so chilled and humble.
Thank you.
Bama says that he is sub to you, Whitney, and he messaged you on your shorts. That is such a pretty hook, Molly. Honestly, it's a bit pricey, but I do like it.
Look at her other hooks, or their other hooks. I don't know who does it, but
I'm clicking through all the pictures.
aren't they pretty?
They are.
Like, I could never just pick one color to be like, I want the whole set. I'm like, no, I want every color.
Yeah.
I need
Uh,
multiple sets of each different colors, or
See,
multiple.
I don't want multiple sets. I just want one hook in every color.
That's what I mean.
So, like, give me this size in one color, this size in a different color, this size in a different color.
That's exactly what I have. Except
Yeah.
I've started to collect more than one of each size because of my ability to lose um them,
Thing.
even briefly. Because briefly it gives me anxiety. That's why I'm.
That's fair.
I don't know where my 6 millimeter is, and it's making me sad. I know Elena has my other 6 millimeter, the one with the wood handle, the cheap one. Um, because it needs to be glued on because the handle has pops off if you put pressure on it.
Mm-hmm.
To like super glue the handle back on.
That happens.
I've never had that problem with these ever.
Okay. Bama says, I despise Walmart. I still shop there. It's the lesser of two evils. That's fair. The best way to go to Walmart. That is how I shop at Walmart. It's utter chaos. Maria's done the duck in every yarn. She wants to see it in the new yarn. And she sent it. Morgan says, I don't know where my crochet hook went. Whitney says, I'll have to look at it, Bama. Bama says, slow down your reading, young lady. Am I messing up my words? Or am I just reading too fast? I don't even know. JJ says, pick a number between 5 and 10, and I'm going to say 7. Bama says she must be reading too fast. Which one? Who?
It was probably earlier.
Haley?
This misunderstanding.
Huh?
Actually, remember when I was misunderstanding what about the duck?
Yes.
That could make sense.
Emma, refresh your page. I think you're behind. Haley says Kat and I can't go to Walmart together. This is fair. Haley's the person that goes to Walmart for one specific thing, and she goes to that thing and goes right to the checkout to get out of there as quickly as possible. I'm the person that will speed run through every single aisle to make sure I didn't forget anything.
What were we looking for at Walmart? Remember?
A fan? No?
It was glass ornaments. Or no, not glass ornaments, plastic ornaments.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. We ultimately found them, but not at Walmart.
Give me just a second.
Okay. Yeah, we ultimately found the ornaments, but we definitely it. I think we got there 30 minutes or so before the doors were going to be locked. So we were really in and out, speeding to find the things. And yeah. Seven is a good number of flower petals. Erin says, all right, friends, I'm off to bed. Miss you all and we'll be around more soon. Love you all. Good night, Erin. Thank you for popping in. We will definitely have to hang out in the Discord sometime soon. Like I said last night, I think we're all in a bit of a funk right now, and we got to fight the funk and force ourselves to hang out with each other, I guess. Because that's what friendship is about. It's for your own good, dang it. Okay, Bama, I'm glad you're on time.
All right. I didn't get this one.
For real. Yep. Erin says, yes, please let me know. I'm gonna try. Realistically, the last couple weeks has been I have not had much motivation to crochet. 2 market weekends back to back that were a bust are not motivating. So I've been playing more Sims. I've been tired more, which is not fun. I think I'm a bit anxious about my physical coming up where I need to get more blood work and stuff. We're checking all the extra things to narrow down the thyroid disorder that I have. See if I'm vitamin deficient or anything like that. Hey, Angel. You're right, Haley. I'm not. And the kids have had me so freaking overwhelmed. I've been trying. There was a few days that I forgot to take my medicine, and it definitely started it was compounding on top of it. So day by day, I was feeling worse, but didn't really know that I was feeling worse. Just that I was feeling overwhelmed, and just kind of blah. So I did take my medicine earlier. I took it when I was on the phone with Haley. And that's helping. But it feels like it's wearing off sooner now. Like Are you good? Okay. Um, yeah, like normal. It's supposed to last 24 hours, and it definitely feels like it's wearing off a couple hours in advance now.
It's fine. One kid just locked the other kid outside, and so I expected a really big boom, boom when the kid came back inside. And there wasn't as bad as I thought, but I expected profanity. So
Okay.
muted.
Hopefully, they were locked out for a short period of time.
Oh yeah, there was immediate uh calling to fix the situation. So
Good. Good.
also there was another open door, so it was fine.
Um, Bama says, I'm
Sorry.
assuming
Like,
do you like country? I bought a new pair of boots, Western boots at the thrift store. I haven't been able to wear them because of weather. I can't wait to wear them. I love thrift stores. I love thrift stores. I have never bought a pair of cowgirl boots.
I have a pair that I wear when I'm like seriously working my horse. Um, Even if it's just groundwork, it kind of like helps me feel, I don't know, official. I
Yeah.
don't I love them, but I only wear them when it's like horse time because um I mean they're comfortable, but they're if I wore them for a really long time, they would become uncomfortable. I have two horses, actually. Whiskey is my Tennessee Walker. That's a pinto colored, I guess is what I'd call it. I don't know. I want to call her a paint, but she's not a the paint at all. She's just paint colored. But she's a Tennessee Walker. And then Ruby is a standard bred and brown. Horse collars aren't my forte, which is funny
I
because
was
I love
gonna say
horses.
she's standard bred and what?
Brown?
Brown. Okay.
Bay? Bay. She's Bay, I think. I think.
Sure.
I don't know. Like I said, I never learned the horse colors well, which is hilarious because I absolutely adore horses, but it just did not hyper focus. I did never got that hyper focus.
Morgan says I love horses and really want one.
Maybe a liver bay? Now I have to know, dude. Excuse me while I figure out what kind of liver
The
bay.
hyper focus has begun.
Yeah, she's more of a liver bay. She gets a little brighter in the sun in the summer. But she's mostly a liver bay. She looks black if you don't look too closely.
Bama says being from Alabama, we wear cowboy boots a lot. My favorite horse breed is an Arabian.
My grandma loved Arabs, Arabians. Like,
I think I think those are my favorite too. Those are like the
they have the dished in face and they
the what?
the dished in face, so they have like a concave face a little bit, like their nose is a little daintier, actually a lot daintier, and their eyes are very big and bold and bright, and their nose uh, it's concave. It's got an indent. Depending on the
Uh,
era, those are really beautiful.
does it don't they have a specific like color?
Horses come in a lot of colors.
Let's see. Maybe I'm thinking of a different horse.
Do you mean a palomino? Because that's a color.
Not Palomino, no.
Okay.
That I know. That's like blonde, basically.
Yeah.
No, this is like spotted,
Paint.
but not like a paint. No, like more like paint
Appaloosa.
splatter.
Appaloosa.
That one. That's the one. Yeah.
That's a breed, I think. Yep, that's a breed. Um,
The Arabian Appaloosa, same thing.
no, not the same thing.
Not the same thing. But they both start with an A.
True.
I knew in my mind what I was trying to say. I just didn't know how to say it.
They're gorgeous. Um, Arabians actually have like a missing vertebrae, I think, which makes their I don't know, it's something. Maybe Bama Boy could tell us because I don't exactly know. I know that my grandmother's
Interesting.
favorite horse was also Arabian. Um, Appaloosas are pretty too, and nice.
They look like Dalmatians.
They can, yeah. There's a lot of
Mm,
patterns for the Appaloosa. You don't just get like you might be looking at the one that like I think is like called a Dalmatian, the spot pattern. I don't know.
that's possible because like that's kind of what it looks like. But I'm distracted at the moment because one that popped up is a sorrel peacock leopard Appaloosa. So it has a white butt. The front part of it is like a caramely brown, and the
Hmm.
spots on it, it looks more like ringworm, honestly. Like they're light colored rings instead of like a spot. Very strange.
Sounds pretty.
Or maybe it's more like a giraffe. Maybe that sounds better than ringworm.
Ringworm. Horses can get that. We don't want that.
I am familiar with that, but not what I meant. Uh yeah, I think the one that I'm thinking of is probably if there's one called like a Dalmatian spotting.
Appaloosa is the generic like, or it's a breed, and it's the overarching term for what you're talking about. And then
Mhm.
I don't know the specifics of how deep, like pinpointing which color pattern you like. Um, but I'm sure there's a lot of genetics involved there to get that exact kind. When I think of an Appaloosa, I think of a grayish horse with a white butt with paint splatter appearance on the butt, specifically.
So
But
when I
it,
talk about an Appaloosa, I'm talking about a horse that is basically white with black spots all over it, like a Dalmatian. But those spots can also be brown, like a liver spotted Dalmatian.
okay.
And then their hair could be black or white or brownish.
Hmm.
Oh, have fun with that. I don't know how to season uh anything, really.
Hmm.
Either way, what a fun conversation.
I season my cast iron pan sometimes. Other times, I just wash them with a um a steel like sponge and just shred it all off anyway. It's okay.
Oh boy.
The pan will survive. It'll
The
survive.
people the people in the comments are about to come for you.
Oh. And I use soap.
Oh,
Think of the views, Cat. Think of the views.
but that's fair. Listen. You do you. But if you get canceled over how you treat your cast iron pan, am I caged in now? It does look that way, doesn't it? My grid wall back here. I angled it. No comments. How crazy. What the heck is a carbon steel pan? I've never even heard that before.
I don't know.
Am I?
And so because it would make my I'd have to turn on my oven and keep it on for hours and hours. This is the perfect season to do that. It would warm my house up.
That is true. Um, Morgan says her favorite horse breed is a Frisian, but I want an American quarter horse.
Okay.
Angel says, I wanted to finish off that Hobby Lobby yarn to do the baby astronaut. Well, I have to buy another skein to finish the body. Sigh. Boo. Zach says, yo. Hi, Alyssa with an A. Hello, Maureen. Good night, JJ. Bama loves Arabian horses. It runs. They look so gorgeous, tail up. Cold Steel says, sorry if I'm in and out. I'm trying. Oh, yeah. I'm trying to season the pan. Cold Steel says, white with black on a horse is a piebald. Brown with white is a skewbald. I don't know. Morgan says, I'm thinking of a leopard Appaloosa. What, the one that looks like a giraffe or like ringworm? Because that would also definitely be another way to word that. They do kind of look like cheetah spots too. Zach says it's just steel, but carbon is in steel, so industry term is carbon steel. Interesting. Morgan loves the black American quarter horse. Cold Steel says that it's basically wrought iron. Angel says, I put the baby astronaut to the side and I'm going to use whatever velvet yarns I have left from Juicy Couture and Premier Yarns. What are you
Oh,
going to use it on?
that's what they said. They said, I think Crochet Vision said they had another yarn that was like Juicy Couture. They were coming out with that. At her Michaels, they had it. I didn't see any at my Michaels, and I was gonna take a video, and then my phone ran out of space, so
Ooh.
that didn't end very well. They have a bunch of
Oh,
acrylic yarn that's pretty, but I don't end up using it.
I feel that. I do.
It's really pretty. Maybe I just want to look at it. Maybe I should
That's not
accept
what
that as
happened to me.
acceptable.
It just lives in the bin. Yeah.
Fine, you can have it.
Cold Steel says lighter than cast iron and less brittle and has better thermal conductivity than stainless steel. I have a ton of Lodge cast iron and lots of stainless pans, but the pro chefs use carbon steel pans, so I followed suit. Ooh. And then says cast iron is cast, as in poured molten into sand cast. Wrought iron is stamped or pressed, as in blacksmithing. Good to know.
Things I didn't know.
Angel's gonna make baby astronauts with the velvet yarns.
Aw.
Oh, that sounds cute. And then says, I have two very old cast iron pans that belong to my great grandmother. So lightweight, best to use for cooking. I do have a few of the Lodge ones. Neat. Hello, DJ. How are we doing tonight? We're just real chill, you know? She's crocheting chicks. I'm crocheting a snake, kind of. It will be a snake eventually.
Have you tried the twisty snake yet?
No,
You
no.
should.
I feel like I don't have time to do big projects right now.
It's not a big project.
Oh
What are you
yeah,
talking
you
about?
mean the little snakes. No, I
Yeah.
have not tried it. I should.
They're like this long if you were to stretch them out, but they curl
Yeah. I
automatically.
keep forgetting about it.
Fair.
Ugh. Angel says the head of them is so freaking cute. The astronauts. Keen, it is a Bucky shirt. Cold
I got
Steel
it
says,
at
no.
Goodwill.
What?
I said I got it at Goodwill. I've never been. I heard it's great. I don't know.
Goodwill for the win. Uh, Cold Steel says, even though I'm English, I pay extra for Lodge cast iron because I love to support your industry. Oh, how nice. And loves Lodge. Angel says, I think those astronauts will sell well at any farmer's market in Midwest in her area of Ohio. Wapak, Ohio?
Wapakoneta?
Wapak. Wapak.
Oh.
APAC? APAC. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Hmm.
But she said something about like there's a bunch of space programs and stuff in the area.
I think one of the astronauts that I want to say one of the astronauts that went on the moon with is from Ohio. I don't remember.
She said, yeah, tired. So what did you say it was? You, Molly.
I think one of the astronauts are from Ohio. I don't remember. I know we have planes. I know we have the Wright brothers from Dayton. That's
Mm-hmm.
what Dayton brags about. Excuse me.
DJ says, how did we start talking about the molecular makeup of pans? Well, Cold Steel here, he likes welding, if I remember correctly. And I'm assuming that Zach also likes welding.
Did we get there farther in the comments than we did like out loud? Because that's hilarious. Neil was
I mean,
learned. Okay, there. All right, not wrong. Out in Wapakoneta, that's what I was thinking. Wapakoneta sounded familiar.
well, and that's what I was trying to ask you, like what you said, the town that you said.
Yeah,
'Cause-
so Wapakoneta, I think it's an Indian, Native American name.
Mhm.
And I remember, oh, it wasn't Wapakoneta, it was Catawba. Catawba's another Native American name. And I remember specifically trying to sound it out on the sign above us as we were driving, but Catawba doesn't look like the way you say it. It looks like Catawaba, and that's what I said, and I got laughed at hard. But I don't know. So Wapakoneta also kind of feels like that. Also, I think I had rabbit shows there or something. Wapakoneta.
Mhm.
It's not far from Lima. Actually, it's really close to Lima. I don't know if that helps you at all.
This comment in the chat is just funny. Or these comments in the chat. Like Zach said, carbon steel is a very broad term. There are hundreds of grades of carbon steel in the world.
So are
Cold
you
steel
guys
says no. Huh?
bothered? I was gonna ask them, are they bothered that I don't season my cast iron pans?
They haven't said.
Like I just take soap and a steel wool sponge and rip it up because it can take it, and then I know it's clean. I don't know.
But
I don't
Cold
want.
Steel says my particular carbon steel pan is a Petromax wrought iron 28 centimeter pan. And then I also have on order some Day Buyer French carbon steel pans. And then DJ asked about the molecular makeup of the pans. Cold Steel worked in metallurgical sales for decades. And yes, is a welder too.
12, right?
Yeah, DJ, it makes some sense now. Zach is confused on the pan you bought because carbon steel and wrought iron are not the same thing. Iron and steel are different things.
I think we touched on somebody's special interest.
Right? You know what
I
though? Like, let your
in
freak
somebody's.
flag show, man.
No, I mean I'm fully here to support it. I'm just saying this sounds like me with rabbit genetics. Like let's hear it. Tell me your
Yeah.
special interest. Actually, Who's special? What are your special interests? Anybody? Do you have a
Crochet.
special interest that you know
That is,
all about and that you are not afraid to talk about when otherwise you would be afraid? Maybe? Me? I don't know. Let's hear it.
I'm amused. Zach
Because
says, I don't weld, but I'm
Mhm.
a machinist, so I still work with metal. DJ, I heard some metal on the radio today. Joking, just wanted to talk about metal too. Cold steel, Americans call it carbon steel, as do Englishmen. Sadly, the pan is made in Germany by Petromax. They sell it as wrought iron. It's semantics. Zach says the ones on the website are made in China. Maybe you have a different one. Seems like a Chinese translator error. Fair. Angel, why are we talking about metal when this is crocheting live? It's just a special interest, Angel. I'm amused. Like this is what
nice.
happens. Like it's we're just
Nerd.
hanging out. Like, yeah, we're crocheting. We're talking about crochet things, but we're also talking about horses and Bucky's and apparently metal pans. Um, you know, we
We'll get
all
in.
talk about something. That's
I
right.
kind of would enjoy that conversation.
Yeah, it's amusing. And not in a like I'm laughing at you way, but like
No.
go you, dude. Cold Steel says their pan was made in Germany. Angel wants my jammies. Thank you. I got it at Walmart 2 years ago, last year. Last year. No, 2 years ago. Because it was before the first crochet retreat.
Bigger hook. Or smaller hook? I don't know. Elena's making granny squares with the granny. No?
No, I needed garlands, but I don't.
Oh.
I was gonna make a leaf garland, but instead of that, I thought they would be less yellow. Like I thought there was gonna be specks of yellow. Those were not
Yeah, I
fucking
see. I
specks.
see strands of yellow. Do PG language. Okay.
They weren't specks. Really.
She was making a using granny square, the all-in-one granny square yarn. Not a fan apparently.
I like it. I just not what I want.
3,
It's
4, 5,
very
6. I have 6 of these.
6 of your little chicks.
I'm working on number 7.
Woo.
And I have quite a bit of yarn left, I think.
Yeah, I find the Granny Square all-in-one yarn is just a little bit tedious because if you don't start it in the exact place and if you don't have the perfect tension for their pattern, then it's not really going to line up quite right.
I forgot to show you this yarn I got.
Ooh, the fluffy yarn.
This is Loops and Threads Cuddle Craft Fur. And
Maybe he went down to go pee. Sorry.
no, it's
Nice.
Cuddle Craft Fur, and it looks like it's short and fluffy and full.
No,
I like it because it's
Parker,
full.
no.
Like
Leave her alone.
you see the strand on the bottom, and then it's really full,
Anyways.
nice and fluffy.
Sorry. I'm so distracted right now.
You're okay. So it's really full for being such a short, like fluff.
Turn it off. Get out. Yes. No, you cannot have ice cream. Because it's
And
9:30.
actually 2 tones to this. Like it's the light brown, and then there's another brown to it.
I like it.
Specks of it. But yeah, I got this and I got white. I don't know what color it is. Mojave Desert again. Even though it doesn't look like this. Like, hold on. These are both Mojave Desert. Like, do you see the laziness there? I don't know. Feels
Yeah,
lazy.
it is very lazy. Zach, if you can find ice cream, you can have it. Ooh, okay, speaking of ice cream, I saw Ben& and Jerry's has released a new sundae ice cream flavor, and it is, I think it's strawberry cheesecake or strawberry cake or something like that, and it looks so good. If anybody ever, like, wants an idea, strawberry cheesecake, anything, is, like, one of my favorites. So, I feel like it was what's the bunny? The little is it Blue Bunny? Blue Bonnet ice cream? Blue Bunny? Something like that. There's a little bunny rabbit on the ice cream brand, and they used to make a strawberry cheesecake ice cream with cheesecake chunks in it and strawberry chunks in it, and, like, my mouth is watering right now. Bunny. Bunny. What?
Blue bunny? Is it blue bunny?
A feline bunny. Look at her.
Oh, she's like,
It's like
pay attention to me.
it's like, "Hello? Hello? Hello?
I wish
Hello?"
my cats were that cuddly.
I
Um,
like I like the cuddle, I don't like the claws that come with it. She does not have a tail, no.
Aw.
I'll try to shield her butt from the camera.
It's been too long since we talked about cat buttholes. It's okay.
Oh, yeah, it's that time again, huh? Yeah, Cody, don't judge me. My cat's name is Bunny. She has a bunny tail, okay?
Yeah.
Bunny, your claws are sharp. You cannot knead on my bare skin.
Aw.
You can't. Yeah, this is Bunny. She no tail. Pretty sure she was born that way, but I don't know. She was like 3-ish. I do, but I have to get it out of the cupboard. Uh, okay, but it's the 80 milligram one that's on the second shelf because I forgot to get your meds today. Unless there's one in the bottle, but there shouldn't be. Yep, I'll go get your medicine tomorrow. Yes, Bunny has a nubby tail, but it doesn't look injured or anything, so I think she was born this way. But like I said, I found her when she was like 3-ish. Um, but it came down to I wanted to call her like Bobby because bobtail, but I wasn't allowed because Chris's brother's name is Bobby and his dad's name was Bob.
Yeah, that does make it hard.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, fine. She has a bunny tail. How about Bunny? And he also gave me a weird look. But I'm like, well, what else do you want to call her? Like, you got a better idea? Because I don't know, I like to name my cats based on something to do with their, what makes them them. Like, Simba came with the name. He, but he's a yellow, lovey-dovey kitty. Oh, Cody gave me a weird look about the ice cream name wrong. What? What's the ice cream brand? Is it Blue Bunny?
Blue bunny.
Huh?
I think it's blue bunny. That's the bunny ice cream that comes to mind.
Right. Blue Bell? I don't I don't remember. Yeah, she's a very lovey-dovey kitty. But she has sharp claws. Is my issue with her. Cause she never trims them. Let's listen. The problem with Buttons kitty cats is that if you're not careful, the people see more than I want them to see. Okay?
She's like, I'm not ashamed.
Blue Bunny ice cream. Yuck. Oh, Walmart ice cream is good. Um, I liked. Okay, so it is Blue Bunny then. Um, I liked it because it was always soft. Where Walmart ice cream and other brands of ice cream, it turns like hard as a rock.
I think it's because it
It,
melts on the way home or something, and then it refreezes, and then it's like goes from whatever they did to make it. I don't know.
I just whatever they do in the Blue Bunny ice cream, they need to do it in all the other ones. Because I prefer my ice cream, to melt in my mouth and not. I don't want to chew it. I can't chew it. Oh, Blue Bonnet is butter. I don't know. Cody must be the ice cream connoisseur over here. Honey, you're in my way. So this is also the cat that drools when she's having the time of her life.
Oh,
Like if you give her all the love, she just drools and drools like a freaking dog.
that's
And
funny.
then she will shake her head and slosh it everywhere.
Like a Saint Bernard.
Yeah, basically. She's the one that has to be like in my face while I'm trying to wake up. This is the cat that if you were sleeping in the middle of the night, how she keeps pawing me for attention like this. You see how she's pawing claws first?
Yeah.
She will do that in the middle of the night and she is aiming for your lip every time. She will crawl up on you and she will just real gently reach up and use her claw like on your lip to wake you up. I'm like, you bitch.
I would kick her out of my bedroom.
Uh, I get so mad. Like,
Be downstairs for the night.
yeah. Well, like there are days, I mean, last week or something, I moved. All I did was move. And she thinks that it's a good idea to come up in my face. She's using her freaking long whiskers to tickle my face. She makes herself sneeze in my face,
Oh,
like directly in my eyeball.
oh.
Like, ah! So I was attacked. But yeah, Bunny's name is that because of her lack of a tail. Simba came with the name. Um, Dot is named Dot because she is a calico with the big spots on her, but I didn't feel that Spot was feminine enough. So we went with Dot. And Wolfie, I mean, you all have seen Wolfie at this point. She's the solid black, luxurious, long haired cat that thinks that she needs to come up and sniff my head every time she comes in. Um, and when she was a kitten, she had a very gray, silvery undertone to her coat. So she just looked like a little wolf pup. And I figured that adding the IE on the end of it softened it up. Also, haha, funny Zach. No, he's not taking huge milligram edibles. It's for his ADHD. It's a nighttime version. So he takes it at bedtime and it helps him sleep and then it's an extended release. Cold Steel says, okay, my friends, final seasoning for the Petromax fan is complete. No, of course I didn't burn my hand getting it out with an inferior proportioned oven mitt. Hi, Molly.
Hi.
I was just reading all of it. That's all.
You need a crochet pot holder. One that's cotton and double crocheted, or half double crochets and double thick. Those are my go-to. I make them. I've got it probably like 10 somewhere around the house, and everybody loses them, but they're the only ones we have in our house because they are superior. And you can make them big and oversized, so my husband with his massive hands doesn't get burnt very often unless he's not paying attention.
Yes, she is being extra needy today.
Needy.
She seems to think now that when I am on my phone like this, when I'm doing this exact thing, that she needs to participate. So, which is all fine and good, except that I don't appreciate that evidently the cat has eaten something she probably shouldn't have, and she's rather smelly right now.
Right?
She
Maggie
should
was the same way. Like, dude, she smelled. I'm like, get down. No hugs for you. No more
yeah.
hugs.
Well, she honestly, I think she's over here passing gas,
Oh.
and I'm not enjoying that in my space.
These kind of feel like Kirby's, the design.
Oh,
The speed at which I'm making them too.
oh, absolutely. The size is similar too. I think my Kirby's are a bit bigger, but they're small.
I just
Bigger.
want you to know that Elena looks so damn sketchy in the background, walking behind you in like her all black and her hood, and like in my brain's first thought, like I know this is a terrible thing to make lighthearted in any way, but my brain's first thought was like, look, it's what's her name, Guthrie's kidnapper, because they released the pictures from the video of like what they look like. Yeah. Anyways, don't cancel me. I'm sorry.
Don't cancel me, I'm sorry.
Angel says when Jace and I try to talk or play games, the boys have to be all over me. Yeah. Hello, Hooked on Hugs. Alyssa. Oh, dude. Alyssa, what time is it for you?
Don't throw stuff at me.
Oh, catch.
I don't want to catch.
Oh, and I think Zach asked earlier, what am I making? I'm making a snack. Snack. 8:45. That's right, you're only an hour behind. Ah, look at the little Kirby.
This is Elena's Kirby.
That's okay. Chomp,
I
chomp,
mean,
chomp.
they feel wider. Do you use 8?
Yeah.
That's why they feel wider, but they look they look like the same size.
Yeah.
You said 15?
Yeah.
Yeah. So actually, I was gonna do 12 for these, but maybe I should go to 15.
I don't know how big they are. They look like the Squish Chicks pattern.
They are the Squish Chicks pattern.
So we do the Squish Chicks for 10. So it would depend on how much bigger it is.
You hit the one thing in the way, man.
I don't have a can of pop for comparison. Here's a card.
I would probably be around 13. Personally.
Yeah. 12, 13, something like that.
It'll just be one of those things of once you put them side by side, you know?
Look at the eyes. Like, I love pulling at the eyes. Don't they look pretty? Don't they look
They
cute?
do. They look so cute.
Tooting my own horn, but like, I love it.
Angel says Kirby. Yes. Cold Steel says the snake is cool. Thank you. Boo. Alyssa says it was a bad meeting night. Boo. Find yourself a feel-good drink and your blanket and work on your puzzle with your boyfriend. Unless it's not at his house, and then that doesn't help. Bama says that's adorable. Cold Steel says lovely. Bama says I may have to cut out early. Why? Angel says have a shot of whiskey. There you go. Hello, Wolf. How are you? I'm glad you're good. Alyssa says, I will. Are you going to have a shot of whiskey or are you going to do the other feel good things? Ouch.
Ow. Oh.
Ouch. Could you imagine scrolling through YouTube lives and this is the face that you come across? Is my disgusted face at the thought of that? Just
Yeah. It's fine.
what a terrible
They might
thing
stick
like
around
that.
the thing.
Morgan is embroidering hearts on a bunny right now.
Did that.
Good job. Funny guy says sending love, friends. Thank you. Thank you. Hooked on Hug says I'm making an octopus right now. Which pattern? Wolf says I'm healing though. Alyssa says eat and maybe have a shot. LOL. You take that shot. Do it. Bama says my niece went from Alabama to Georgia. She said she would message me. She didn't, and I need to talk about that. I'm very protective of her. Yes, definitely reach out and make sure she's okay. I don't know how to say that person's name, but they ask what else fluctuates with crochet aside from stress. Lovely ladies, you take care always. Well, thank you. I don't know. What really fluctuates? Yarn prices, yarn sizes, hook sizes.
For events, sales,
Yeah,
uh,
the things.
what's popular.
Yeah, that's true. Frogs could be popular one year and then not sell at all the next year.
Elena said motivation.
Yep, that's true. Old Steel says, Kat, your face is not disgusting. It's pretty and genuine. Listen, thank you. I appreciate that. But I would jump scare myself if I was scrolling through. And like the look I had on my face was the look that was there. Whitney says there's time where I just disassociate and I don't mean to. There. I do that too. I'll be in my own little world in my brain.
Number
Haley
7.
just finished her 2 axolotls. Ooh, Hooked on Hug says it's on Etsy. It's the realistic one. Is it the smaller one or is it the big one? Is it Anchor the Octopus or is it like Drift?
What are you doing? Why are you knocking it off?
Wolf, how did you manage that?
Leave it alone. They can stack though. They're so stackable. They're not stackable. They're gonna fall
It's the
over.
big one. So it must be Anchor then. That's awesome. I know Anchor's been a very popular pattern. Good night, Haley. Burrito. Hello.
Hello. Hi, Haley. In case you're still here. Bye.
Well, Wolf, I hope that you didn't do anything like actually wrong to deserve to be banned from talking for 3 days. If you did, I hope you learned from it. But yeah. Oh, well, happy birthday to Mr. Burrito. Burrito Senior? Yeah. My back got stiff. You were fighting for you and your brother, but I said something I regretted. Whoops, that'll do it. Yes. Burrito says, thank you guys. That's right. Happy birthday, Mr. Burrito.
Yeah, happy birthday, Mr. Burrito. Sorry, I kind of zoned out.
We were just talking about disassociating.
Yeah, a little bit. I think so. I started taking my meds again because sometimes I just forget. And this is like day 4 or 5, and I get a headache. And I started taking it because I had a headache, and I took my blood pressure, and it was really high. So I'm taking that again, and I can't tell if the headache is from lack of water, or if it is maybe like I take my blood pressure and it's okay, so I don't think it's a blood pressure headache, but like maybe my meds actually give me this like sensation of like a headache, but not quite a headache, like a dizzy almost, like just sometimes. I don't know.
Sometimes blood pressure change, like rapid blood pressure change.
When's the last time you've eaten?
I had it was like 5 o'clock. It's fine. I'm not hungry. I don't have. I'm fine in that sense. I think I'm just.
Well,
It's been all
try
day.
to drink some water.
Been working
Chug a
on it.
little bit. As much as you can, anyways. And your medicine could be giving you a headache, especially if you haven't been taking it as regularly and like trying to take it again.
Well, I
But
remember having headaches when I was taking it too, so I feel like maybe that's what's causing it. I don't know. I'm gonna have
it might
to like,
be asking your doctor if that's a normal side effect.
yeah, because
All right, my snaky snake is all finished.
yay, it's so cute.
Little snaky snake. So now I have
Aw,
her
that's so
4 snake.
sweet. Yay, those are cute. I love the rainbow or the colors. Rainbow colors.
I know, right now it's red, orange, yellow, green.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Like lots of rainbow colors. Maybe not all of them, but close.
Well, my next one's gonna be blue, so that's kind of the point. Um, I have 4 snakes already, and all 4 of them are in variegated colors. So I wanted to do 6 of them in solids.
Mm-hmm.
Um, uh, thank you, Hooked on Hugs. They're very soft PJs. I got them at Walmart. Oh, Wolf, it's not our friend Michelle Burrito's birthday. It's her dad's birthday. Wolf, that is terrible. I'm sorry that that happened to you. Um, the person whose YouTube channel is starts with an M and ends with channel. Do you have a name I can refer to you by? Because I cannot read what your YouTube name is. Mapag Kaka.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I don't know.
Stop that.
Yeah. Yeah. It might be something bad. I don't know. But I don't freaking know. I would like a name though. Anyways, not a topic in line. What are your yarns for each one? So all the yarns that I've used for my snakes are Parfait Plush. So it's the new Parfait Plush yarn. You buy it on Premier.com. If you would like to purchase, I know I do. Molly, do you have an affiliate link?
I do not.
Okay, so I have an affiliate link attached to my link tree if you wanted to check that out. that'll take you right to Premiere. It does earn me like a small commission, sort of. It's more like yarn. I haven't figured out how to actually receive a payout yet, and it sends me that in email all the time, but I've tried fixing it a few times and it doesn't work. So I'm just collecting Premiere points that I can't use. But you're welcome to use it.
Did you see the new Bernat yarns? There was a couple that I saw. Did you see the
No.
new tie-dye Bernat? Somebody said it was at Target.
Like the cake yarns?
Hold on. Let me look it up before I start talking nonsense. Yes, cakes. Maybe. Yes, ethereal stripes. It's a cake yarn.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're at Target for, it says $11.99 on the website. I think the people in person were getting them for 11 even. And I see a buy one get one 25% off select Bernat blanket craft kits. You know, it's not helpful.
I don't have a Target near me. It's like over an hour away.
I don't love Target anymore, but I am tempted to try it because there's a rainbow one, but it's kind of are you? She's gone.
Well,
She's not gone.
I
I
can see
don't see
you.
you anymore.
Yeah, I can see you. I can see that I'm frozen.
It's a black screen for me.
Okay, give me a second.
Hi, Loretta. I'm crocheting chicks, and Kat is crocheting snakes.
Can you see me?
And I'm currently researching yarn for a second. You're back. You look
Okay, thank
back.
you.
You feel back.
I was gonna say, am I back? It's Angel says, why is it doing that to you? I don't know. When I go live after I've been on for a while, like YouTube kind of resets on my phone. So it'll buffer, and then when it comes back, it just glitches.
And there's one more Bernat that's actually I saw that's new. And that is called Pixel. And I've only found this one on Yarnspiration's website for $14.99. Which is stupid.
Nope. Yeah, that's
So
insane.
the funny thing is, you know that yarn that doesn't have a special like off brand, like off line, but it's that really pretty molted stuff that I love.
Yes.
The green in this line looks exactly like that in my opinion. Looks like
Weird.
but the rest of them are totally different. There's
Good night, Hooked on Hugs. Come back next time. Oh, good night, Wolf.
they're really pretty. Some of them are really pretty, but I think they would change colors really fast as well. Kind of like that Sweet Snuggles light yarn that's like little blocks of color.
Yeah.
This looks slightly bigger, but still very much that kind of look at this color.
Ooh, it's not bad.
And doesn't this look like the other yarn?
Oh yeah.
I think the other yarn is a little more molted and a little less segmented.
I love a fast color too.
But the YouTuber I watched, and I don't remember the name, they just recently made a giant monster out of it. And it was very busy but beautiful at the same time. But anyway, Bernat has a new yarn coming out.
Good to know. Good to know.
But I'm not paying $14.99 for it.
No. Realistically, I will buy all of the solid colors that I can get my hands on straight from Premier. And the only Bernat yarns that I will spend more than the price of Premier would be certain variegated colors that you can't find anywhere else.
Yeah, I understand that.
$13 for a scanning or even for guys.
That being said, Frito, where did you find that yarn? You never did say. She found some of the brown and black tweed that was a Walmart exclusive. That like you can't find. Your Inspirations has a 40% off sale on occasion. See, I never know when they have things. And I get email marketing, but I get so many emails that I don't pay attention.
I mean, I do watch for Premiere because, I buy a lot of their yarn, but
I only look when I have money.
Brand too. I buy Lion Brand yarn too sometimes.
Frito found it at Walmart? Does that mean Walmart's going to start getting it in stock, or is this like a not well-loved Walmart? Like that they just still have some hiding somewhere. Amazon had a handful of Bernat yarns for 2 for $17, some for $20 in the mystical ones. I did see that. Be careful with your Inspirations. They do not know how to pack orders with the right products. People are getting wrong stuff all the time. Yeah, but if I remember right, if that happens, Your Inspirations tells you to keep the yarn. And they just resend you what you're supposed to get.
Did you see this yarn?
No. That's an interesting color.
It's really pretty, actually. You see it?
Is it like a Bernat? Kind of? What kind of yarn is that?
This is called this is by Lion Brand. It's Cover Story Favorite Blanket. It's a new yarn, and I have 6 of their colors right now, and I'm getting more. I ordered more, and it's slowly coming in. It's been a minute. Give me a second. I'll find Bernat for you for a direct comparison.
Like it looks a little like a blanket type yarn, but it also looks more smooth, kind of like demi pearl.
It's a little flatter, like Bernat can be. Bernat can be pretty flat sometimes.
Like the mystical one.
This is a little bit thinner than I expected and like, but I forgive it because the colors are really, really, really pretty. And I like the colors. Like the colors for me. Okay, so I have a regular like a beige beside it, and then the color. So it is thinner than Bernat blanket.
Okay.
Significantly to the point where I had to use a 5.5 millimeter hook to make drifts.
Oh.
So I had to price those down from 30 to 25, but they're really pretty. Do you want to see some? This is like preview of my next video, so y'all are getting preview.
Love that.
So here's that yarn worked up.
Okay.
Isn't it gorgeous?
We have to drive to the yarn store or order online.
This was online.
But she was asking if we walk or drive. Like, we're not walking. I'm not walking. Nope.
Here's
That's an
another
hour drive. That one's interesting.
Isn't it pretty?
It is. That's like my alma mater colors.
It's really soft. Like, it makes up for the size and softness and the colors. The colors are really pretty. And then the first one I did is...
Oh!
Isn't it gorgeous?
Self-striping it did on the head.
Yeah, right? This one's
Uh,
called grape soda, and I love it.
that one's nice.
Yeah, I guess it is Ohio State. The other one was. And then there's
Man,
one
Angel
more.
can walk to a Hobby Lobby. Uh,
And there's another yarn that I bought from Lion Brand, but it's not new necessarily. They make these really big skeins. You probably see them. They're under the cover story umbrella too. They're these
yeah.
huge cakes. And I made this is Avian,
Oh,
and he's a big, like he's a $30 one. He's big. If you compare him to another Lion Brand yarn, it just happens to be all Lion Brand right now. This is the cover story Dreamland.
yeah.
This is Blue Hawaii. Like
Those
they're
are
both.
so pretty.
I love them. What are you doing? Do you see the cat? And
Edie.
creature holding the cat like some creeping shadow.
Definitely, like you do. You do. You just look like a shadow person back there.
She flipped me off, so I poked her. Don't flip me off, man. Don't call me a creature, man. Don't stalk me behind my live channel, man. Mm-hmm.
Frida says she's drooling over here. These colors are gorgeous, right?
Go to bed, child.
Backtracking
You're
in the
welcome.
chat a little bit. Frito and Angel are both letting people know that Premiere is having a sale right now. Parfait Chunky 3-pack are on sale for $10. Yes, apparently the sale colors are going to be discontinued.
Yeah.
So make sure that if you use Parfait Chunky yarns that you stock up on those colors that you love before they're gone.
I'm not supposed to buy any more yarn. To
Good night, Bama.
Night, Bama.
Listen, I cannot be responsible for marital problems. I
No, it's
cannot
not
be held
medical
responsible.
problems. It's business problems. There's only so much money in the account.
Yeah. I'm just saying if I encourage you to buy more yarn against, your business partner's better judgment, it could cause marital problems.
It could, and that's why we won't do that. But I just wanted to show off that pretty yarn because it was
It's
staring at me in this corner. I was like,
beautiful.
I love it.
Angel says she's broke, had to upgrade her phone. Gross. But having a new phone is fun. I'll probably have my phone forever.
Mine won't even download my Fitness Pal anymore because it's so old. Like it's no longer compatible with my Fitness Pal. And I'm like, that's something, guys. That feels like crappy on so many levels.
Maria wants to know if you got her message.
Where did you send the message? Because
Discord.
Discord. I did get your message.
With the pattern.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I have that one actually. I didn't know which one you were talking about, but I think I have that. Super cute. That would make a really cute yarn with this, or a really cute ducky with that yarn. Unfortunately, I bought one skein of this, and I do want to see how many little chicks it makes. So I kind of have to use it all up on this specific pattern this time. If I
Right.
buy more, I will absolutely use it in that yarn because that's a good idea, like a really good idea. And I've committed to this yellow chick army, unfortunately. With absolutely
That's all
no.
right. You're gonna have all of the yellow chicks, and they're gonna sell like crazy.
Yeah, I have 7 right now. This is number 8 I'm working on.
Maria got a new phone today, an iPhone 17 Max with 512 gigs. Love
Nice.
that for you. My phone also has that many gigs, so I have lots of space in it, and it's amazing.
I do not have lots of space. I'm sad. That is
Time
my
to
only.
find a way to upgrade the phone.
We're about to because it's like really on its last leg. I think it's like I don't even know how many years it is, how old it is. I just know that I don't replace it until it stops working.
Yeah.
I drop it. I guess I could
Well,
drop it really hard.
consider it a business expense at
No,
this
because
point.
I don't want to pay for it through my business right
Well,
now.
you don't want to pay for it out of pocket right now either, but I just mean like you could write it off
Yeah. But the
because you
phone I would buy is like $400, not a brand new, like a
right.
new up to date thing. It's a it's never gonna be the best model
Oh,
or whatever.
it doesn't have to be the best. I'm just saying look at one that has large storage capacity and decent camera because you use your phone for your videos. So that's what I'm saying to invest in. Large storage and decent camera.
Good point.
Frito has a Google phone. I have a Samsung phone.
I have a Motorola.
There you go. Yeah, the same. So, and Burrito says, so I guess an Android. The Samsung is also an Android.
Mm-hmm. So is mine.
Um, where did it go? Dang it.
So we've discovered Gideon likes Bluey,
Oh,
and so does Amethyst. So we've been putting Bluey on, and sometimes Gideon will stop and watch it for a little bit, like sitting on my lap. So it's not like I'm just like abandoning him. He's very much like on my lap. And he's I got him little Bluey puppets, like bath puppets. And he immediately he sees one and he grabs it and tries to eat it with his like, stuff it in his mouth. And what was I going with this? Oh, I learned that after watching Bluey, especially in segments on YouTube, because there's like finding full episodes is a little hard on YouTube, and that's the only like service we have, or it's not even a service, we're not paying for it. Um, we're not paying for any streaming services, so we can't watch the full episodes on like Disney Plus. And
yeah.
listening to it in a language that you don't understand completely is a little less annoying. And
Interesting.
so I found it in Spanish, and so I can kind of follow along a little bit, but not enough to actually like be annoyed by it. And sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, I did follow that word, that sentence. But most of the time it's like, oh yeah, what's happening? I don't know. It's more interesting that way.
See, I have a huge pet peeve about listening to things that I can't understand. It's like gibberish to me. It makes no sense. I don't get it. I don't get
Well,
it.
I also want to learn Spanish, so it helps to like be around it. Plus, I know the episodes by heart in English, so maybe that helps. I don't know.
Maybe.
I tried to read Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone in Spanish once. Like I had a printed Spanish version for some reason, because I'd read it so many times it was easy.
Sorry, I lost my count. Okay. Give my attention again.
Okay.
I might need to go get some more food. Oh my gosh. My stomach is grumbling. Okay. I was going to look for something. Oh, what was the question? The the M channel page wanted to know what yarn you were using on your little ticks as well.
Oh, I just found this at Michael's. It's under the Big Twist brand, and it's called Fluff.
It looks so fluffy.
Big Twist did not have this yarn when they were Joann's brand. So,
That's true.
and there you can see it's kind of like fluffier Burnett. We said it was bigger than Burnett, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a little fluffier. It feels nice. It's nice and soft. It makes really fluffy looking chicks. Oh,
They're so cute.
I pull in the eyes and it makes them look like they're even fluffier because, you know.
I agree.
I think I put this one's mouth a little crooked.
It happens.
It's okay, it's special. It's different. It's unique. Limited edition.
So Molly is working on these little yellow chicks, and I'm working on snakes.
I did notice that sometimes the needle catches a little bit.
Oh,
It's not bad. It's not terrible.
Angel, I hope that your palm street does really, really well this month.
Me too.
Hi, Loretta. I don't know if you're still here, but snakes and chicks.
All right, we are getting down to the I guess it still looks like a lot of yarn, but we are entering floppy skein territory.
I love that. I love that for you.
Hey, so far it's gotten me 8, and there's definitely going to be at least maybe 2 more for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty decent. The yardage on it is 109 yards or 100 meters and 8.8 ounces, but it was $9.99 in US dollars. So it's kind of feels a little expensive for 109 yards. But that's kind of why I wanted to see how many chicks I can get out of it to make sure that I'm charging what I need to get to make profit on these chicks. Make a decent profit. Plus, I just want to know how many chicks I can.
Brito, I'm seeing your comment from a while ago that you found them on clearance at a Walmart nearly 3 hours from home. You travel a lot and stock Walmart clearance sections on your route. That amuses me. That I don't ever go to Walmart without looking through the clearance. Because you never know what you're going to find in there. It's not much of a clearance all the time, though. Like, if you got something that's $100, $10 off is nothing. That's not clearance.
I found those big cakes that I was talking about earlier in very
Mm-hmm.
specific colors. Well, Kyle did for $15 at Walmart before.
Well,
He
yeah, because
called.
those are $30 a piece, right?
Yeah, those are $35 a piece. And
Ooh.
Kyle was like, calls me and he's like, so do you need any of these? And he never does that. Yeah, thank you. I have 838 subscribers and I'm trying to get to 1,000. So
That's
anything helps
right.
if you have me ready.
Good night, M Channel.
But burrito, it comes in different colors. This kind of looks a lot like the Burnett tweed, and then it
Yeah.
comes in this version too, which really looks like the tweed.
Yes, it does.
So I was excited to try chickens with them. I thought it was
Yeah.
really pretty. They had other colors too. I tried not to go crazy because my husband was supposed to pick up my daughter from school, an after school thing today, and half an hour later I messaged him and was like, "Hey, did you do that?" And he sends me a gift that was like, "Oh my god, I forgot." And I'm like, "Are you freaking kidding me right now?" And he was kidding me, but I was like, "All right, I'm going to stabilize my with yarn." And he's like, "No." It was really funny. He's like, "Are you coming home?" And I'm like, "No." And then he's like, "Did I fuck up that bad?" And I'm like, "No, but you were very generous with the yarn." The yarn purchases. Thank you. I bought 5 skeins. I didn't go crazy, but it was funny.
That is amusing. If anybody wonders what I do with my snakes, this is it. Just a
I
little
don't have
helicopter.
celebrity crushes. I really don't. I don't do celebrities. I would feel if I met Reba McEntire in person, but I wouldn't. I don't have a crush on anybody except my husband.
There was a point where Chris and I had a discussion, and Channing Tatum was my hall pass. Katy Perry was his. There's my rainbow snake bundle.
Pretty. It's like a bouquet.
That is. Like, let me give you a bouquet of snakes. What a wonderful Valentine's Day gift this would be.
Right? Elena made hearts and and sewed snakes on them, like around them a little. She made one like freehand last a couple years back, and it sold immediately. So she's like, "Oh yeah, I need to make some more of those." So she was using my heart pattern from my bear. I'm doing it.
Know if this will be enough.
Might as well try it. You could always give it a fun, a nice like rattly tail that's a different color if you run out. Do you have like a darker color or the flowery purple color?
I do have
Something?
that. I also have
Something?
more of this downstairs.
Okay, fair.
I just got hit with heartburn. That hurt.
That's no fun.
It's been happening a lot more lately. How fun!
Amethyst and I both have been having that too. But we're gonna have to like change the way Amethyst eats altogether because of the amount of like heartburn, but the repercussions of really bad heartburn I'm not gonna talk about because it's gross and people
Mhm.
I don't make people leave, but you know what I'm talking about, right?
I do.
Yeah. Well, she's been having that kind of problem repeatedly over and over, and the meds they gave her isn't really helping that much. What's helping is safe foods like chicken and avocado. And
Bland. Bland
yeah,
foods.
yeah. So we're rediscovering what's nice and what's not,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Well, and I know my mother-in-law has heartburn regularly, and they make her take um 2 of the 20 milligram Nexiums a day, which is a lot. They don't like you taking it, but I mean, if that's what you need to survive,
Yeah, she can take the pills and still get sick. Sorry, I wasn't gonna say that.
that's all right. Angel has, not Angel, Alyssa has the angel that she was working on, half of the head and the ears and antennas left to put on, and she is done. Woo.
Aw,
She'll do it
sweet.
tomorrow, already in bed, exhausted, but still awake to chat. that. Thank you. Gosh, I'm so behind in chat. All right, I'm gonna skip. I hate when I take a breath and my entire spine cracks. No, Angel, I can't shorten the length of my snake. These are some of the reasons why sometimes we wonder if I have a touch of OCD. The anxiety that rattles through me at the thought of having one snake that is shorter than all of the other snakes. At the end of the day, why does it matter? Why would that make me anxious? Who cares if it's smaller? Logically, I have all of the right answers, but my mind says absolutely not. That is not allowed. Not allowed in any capacity. Yeah. I don't know if I'll need to do half and half. We'll see. Realistically, like I do have another skein of this purple downstairs.
Oh no. I got distracted and only put one wing.
Oh no!
And then I moved on to the feet.
Oh no!
I might have to frog it.
You could just surface crochet it.
I would rather frog it, I think. No, wait. I frogged it for nothing.
Did you have it there,
I was
or
on the
had you
right
not got
row.
there yet?
I was on the right row. I was fine. So
Um,
the panic that set in was the error, not the original thing I thought was the problem. It was fine. I'm just tired.
Whoops.
It's okay. It didn't take much. Just like 2 minutes of effort. It's fine.
DJ says some people say snake length doesn't matter. Haha, funny, funny guy. Morgan says, okay, now I know for sure that I'm able to finish my moose tomorrow as I only have 2 more legs to go. Good job, DJ. But yeah, it would bother me as well, right? I'm just very, very particular with certain things, I guess.
I thought you were going to go there. I was like, oh no.
Huh?
You're very particular with your snakes.
Yes.
What am I doing?
I don't know.
I was right the first time. I am so freaking tired.
Thank you, Twan.
The legs
I
are
like
made in the next round. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to do the legs and the wings at the same time. That's not how the
oh
pattern goes. You would know. You do the pattern all the time. But I
yeah,
forget the pattern until I'm doing it. This is my 9th one. You think I would be like not worried about it? Like just
muscle memory.
right? Sometimes it doesn't work for me.
Right? Angel says, ribbit, ribbit.
It's okay.
Good night, Morgan. Have a good sleep.
It's fine.
Where are we from? I am in Pennsylvania, and Molly here is in Ohio.
I was on a Facebook thread and somebody was like OH and I was like I hate it here. I mean IO. Like it's too cold. I want warmth.
I agree. I agree. I saw a post on Facebook about um basically tell me where you're from without telling me where you're from. What is your state famous for or well known for? And there's all these, nice, correct answers, and mine is potholes. Pennsylvania potholes are big enough to lose a car.
We have pretty bad potholes too, depending on the county.
Mm, that's true. Driving through some of those counties on the way out to you guys, that is true.
Yup.
Angel says, I am one of them people. I cannot wait to leave Ohio. It's too flat for me. You can
I can live with the flat. I just can't. I can't live with the other things.
You could come over to PA. We're cold and hilly. We have hills and mountains.
So where would the horses graze?
Good night, Kylie.
Fingers.
You're on the last row of your purple and black beanie. Nice. Angel says, my mom had to get her tire and rim replaced because of the freaking potholes. Disgusting. Frito says, Taylor ham versus pork roll is my state's great debate. I've never even heard that before. Juan says, I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. We should do a meet and greet for the live. I mean, eventually. That would be cool. There's a group of us that's going to be back at the Ohio State Fair this year. If you wanted to travel up to that while we're there, up over, where's Missouri on the map? I don't even know.
Over. That's over. I think.
Huh?
I think it's quite a bit over.
Probably. But it might be closer to get to Ohio than it is to get to PA.
That would be.
Not by much, but a little bit.
I've decided I'm gonna come hang out at some point.
You're
I
more
just
than welcome.
bringing crochet stuff probably.
What?
I just won't be bringing crochet stuff.
Girl, I cannot hear you.
You can't hear me?
You keep trailing off.
Oh, I won't be bringing crochet stuff.
Okay.
I'll just bring myself and maybe the baby.
I
and
have
the
crochet
kids.
stuff if we need crochet stuff.
Right? You got me covered. You got that covered.
Yep. I got hooks and everything.
Got hooks. Oh yeah, got hooks. I mean, I might have my bag of my own crochet.
You'll have your to-go bag, right?
Right? Absolutely everywhere. Even
Hey,
if
all
the
right.
hook is over.
Like, all right, I'm escaping for the weekend with the baby. Bye.
Well, Amethyst wants to go to the state fair, so I don't want to exclude
Okay.
her. It's hot and
It
big.
is. I agree. It is really hot.
A lot, but we will go say hi and hang out for a little bit.
Yeah, I don't even know what day it was, but if anybody watched the video yet, you might have seen a little clip of me being taken to
Yeah, what
some
was that
little
about?
that was probably heat stroke on the verge. Or something. But it was very much like a blood sugar crash.
Did you pass out?
No, but I felt like I was gonna so what happened was this was the Sunday evening that I come back. So I was at home. I left home. I drove the 4 hours right to the fair. I got out of the van. I was fine. I busted my ass walking from the van all the way into the building, which, I mean, that was a good 15, 20-minute walk to get back there. Turns out the heat index was 103, but I did not feel hot at
Oh.
all.
Did you drink water that day?
Probably not. I probably had a Red Bull and a coffee.
Oh, yeah. So, no, I've told you the story, so it doesn't matter. But I learned that when I passed out as a child, it was because I wasn't drinking enough water, period. Like, literally, I was chronically dehydrated. And the youth fair choir, where they have you take a sip of water every time you hear an airplane pass overhead. Literally, I did not pass out for those 3 weeks that I was at the fairgrounds, sleeping at the fairgrounds and walking, marching 10 miles a day and singing all the songs and practicing because they had me drink that much water. It's right
Mhm.
by an airport, so you heard airplanes all the time.
That's a really smart way to go about it, though.
If you weren't singing, you were supposed to take a drink.
Yeah. Because it was hot. It was like, and that I think was the worst day.
Mhm.
But so essentially what had happened though was I walked the whole way in. I in As soon as I walked into the building that our we were set up in, I started getting really bad heartburn. Like really intense heartburn. And I got into the booth and the girls had even looked at me and they're like, "You don't look good. Are you okay? You're like pale." I was like, "I have
Oh,
seen how Molly's thing did it."
what?
Does at the top of your phone, does it say 0 now?
Yeah, and it did a twirly circle thing and said live. You're
Yeah,
live? Like I
that's
wasn't?
what happened to me earlier.
Okay.
That's what that is your phone will do it and my phone will do it. It's just people on live on YouTube.
Hmm.
Um, but it what was it? The So I got hit with heartburn really, really super bad, and to the point where it was really hard for me to talk. And I had said that, like, I think I need to walk my way to like a med 10 or something like that to see if I can get my hands on Tums, because I was having really bad heartburn, and Jess had some like chalky Tums. And I, at that point, felt like I was going to be sick. So I, you know, popped one of the Tums in my mouth and just slowly walked to the bathroom trying to sip my water, trying to get it to pass. And of course, got in the bathroom and, well, we know what happened. Um, so then at that point, I'm like, I don't feel good at all. I took the other Tums. I went outside just like for fresh air, and just kind of sit with the not in the sunlight while I was leaning up against the one like bar thing. And I just started to feel very strange. I was feeling very shaky. I was in a cold sweat. I was feeling kind of dizzy. Not like I was going to faint, but just like weak. I was having shoulder pain all of a sudden. I was having back pain all of a sudden. So then it started to make me nervous
Mhm.
because, I am a woman over the age of 30. I am overweight, and my entire family has a history of heart issues. So, and just knowing what I know, just as a medical background, like it could be any number of things. So, one of like somebody, I think one of the like troopers or something came over to me and it's like, "Are you all right?" I was like, "Honestly, I don't feel very good at all. Do you know where the med tent is?" And he's like, "Well, it's pretty far from here, and it would be hard to explain." I was like, "Okay, well, I think that I need to go to the med tent. Like, I don't really know what's wrong, I said, I think it could be blood sugar. I said maybe, but I'm just not feeling really good, like at all. But I already got sick in the bathroom. So now I'm like in a cold sweat. I feel weak to stand. Then this heartburn won't go away. Like even after I got sick the first time, I went over to there was a booth near us. I got a smoothie trying to drink like the acid down and it would not move. It was like the smoothie would just go in and it would sit right here and would not move. So they ended up calling like an EMS uh I don't know, golf cart or side by side or whatever, and they came and got me and had me sit down and they were trying to check my pulse and like, they reached back and they were checking my skin and whatnot. And they're like, the heat index out here is like 103. Like, do you think you had enough water today? I'm like, never. I never have enough water for any day, let alone today. It's like, but I said, I don't really think that it's dehydration. Like that could be part of it, but I don't really know. So we get in there, they have me sit down and like just lay back and whatnot. And they gave me two more doses of Tums and a bottle of water. Like I took the first Tums within 30 minutes or so of the one that I took. Because I took the first one, got sick, so that and then it was gone. Took the second one, and then we get into the med tent. They give me another one, and it was still another 30 minutes, and it still wasn't passing. So I took another one. They checked my blood sugar. My blood sugar was on the low end of fine, but that was after I had basically chugged a strawberry banana smoothie.
Yeah. So you
So
had low blood sugar for
yeah,
sure.
yeah. Like I think my blood sugar was in the 60s.
Oh, yeah, that's dizzy for me. Like real
Well,
dizzy.
everybody's different. Like I don't know what my normal blood sugar is, but like the range of normal can be 60 to 90,
Hmm.
and it really depends. Um, but like so I want to say it was like in the 60s, and they're like, "Well, your blood sugar is fine." I'm like, but I did just like chug a strawberry banana smoothie. So and I drank it, so it would instantly raise my blood sugar. So that what I felt like was a blood sugar crash.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that that's what happened. I think that it was induced because of the heat,
I
like
was gonna
it
ask.
being as hot as it was and pulling a big ass wagon through the fair, speed walking. Just too much, too fast, basically. I was fine. I was just in there for a long time, and it took me a while to feel steady on my feet again, but I was able to get up. Um, and I left there and immediately went and found something to eat, something with substance, not just garbage. Like I think that I found like a Mexican rice bowl or something, because I make myself sick because I have a horrible acid reflux attack. Let's have something more spicy. Because
At
yeah,
least the
that's
rice was like solid.
right. But that's what I was going for, is that the rice was going to be filling but easy on the stomach.
Would possible dehydration help make that worse, that whole situation?
I don't really know. Um, Dehydration can do so many different things, but and it affects like everything. Yeah, I should probably carry some hard candy on me. I don't know if I even had my fanny pack on me though. Like I didn't have anything. So right. And that's exactly what it was, Angel. It was definitely like a pass out or be sick moment.
Yeah. I have so I used to pass out a lot and I would have the pass out. I would have like the very last thing, like you'd get the tunnel vision and the like feels like pillows are on your ears and stuff.
Mhm.
And and I'd go sit down, and the very last feeling I'd have was chest pain, and it would hurt so bad that I wanted to pass out. Like, just
Yeah.
pass out already. Just pass out already. But yeah. They ran tests when I was a kid and stuff, and there was no like underlying issue that they found.
Did they think it was kind of like panic attacks?
They didn't say anything like that. That actually would have made more sense
That's what it
considering
sounds
what was
like.
happening. But like no, they did like an EKG on me. Like I have a
Yeah.
picture of holding a teddy bear with these things on my head, and um they couldn't find anything wrong.
Interesting.
It was weird.
Interesting. Probably panic attacks based on what we know about you now and if they didn't find anything medically wrong.
Yeah. I don't know if they cared too much about that in the what, early 2000s?
Yeah.
No. Wait, I
They
would have been
definitely they weren't looking at those in normal people
when I was
because
6. So
panic attacks are
8?
generally associated with PTSD and they only cared about them if it was related to a vet.
Yeah.
So
It was 98 because I was 6.
I was 5.
I will take over in 10 minutes if he's okay. Will you ask him if he's okay or if I need to take over now?
I hear the sad mad baby. Um, I know
Yeah,
that we did have
the baby.
storms, Angel. I don't know if it was that day or not. It was very high humidity the entire time we were there. And it's not, I literally just finished drinking something in the car before I got out and walked back to the building. So it's, there wasn't even time for me to drink something to like hydrate realistically. Like I had my big jug of water and had been sipping on it and all that. So I don't know. I've been carrying my like gallon jug of water bottle um to try to help with that because I don't want that to happen again. It was a scary moment. And I think maybe a little bit of what I started dealing with, I was probably starting to have a panic attack until like they came over and started talking to me. Um, which it's harder to recognize now as an adult because when I would get them before, it would be when I was younger. So, but yeah, that's what happened. And then, super gruesome, okay? While I'm in the med tent, while I'm in the med tent, there is a person brought in to the med tent because they lost a finger at the fair.
That's awful.
Yep. Like it was a whole thing. The whole conversation was like, did did you find the finger? Is it on its way? Because he's got to go to the hospital. And unless we have said finger, they cannot reattach it. Like, hi, buddy. Hey. Yeah, so I had my entertainment. Yeah, I don't know how this person lost their finger. I just know that they did. Um, not, and I shouldn't even say that. That's not exactly entertaining. That's terrible for the person that went through that. But uh, Gideon, did you just need your mom? Did you just need mom? I heard you screaming your head off, and now you're fine.
I will take over in like 10 minutes. You good?
He's like, what's happening? What's happening?
Ripping me like a little monkey.
It's like, no, don't let go.
Don't let go of the mama.
But yeah, so that's what happened. I realized, I think we were on yesterday or It was right before hopping on or something that I posted it. I'm like, oh yeah, I never did explain what that was, did I? It's just like, look, I went to the med tent or a hospital and you don't know why. I'm just gonna leave you hanging forever.
I was like, where's the explanation? Oh, it's okay. I'm sure it'll come eventually.
But yeah, just not in the video at all. Which I mean, I think that that's great.
You did
Cliffhangers are
good
wonderful.
storytelling. Yeah, it was a storytell. You just
And that was kind of the point too with like that first part of the video was I definitely wanted like this is the experience of the fair. This is, the fun of it, the trouble of it,
right.
you know. My grid walls tried to attack me. We had crowds and crowds and crowds of people in our booth often. We made all kinds of sales and made lots of people happy. I saw a strange toy worm thing. I don't know, it's a little toy thing. Yeah, there was lots of great food. The marching band and the choir going all around was super cool. Like most of my mornings I got to wake up with cats, which is always better for me. Um and realistically during the experience there was lots of laughs and lots of fun had.
Mhm.
So that was the big thing is I didn't think that anything that happened thereafter needed to diminish what was prior to, because it doesn't change. It doesn't change the experience. The experience was really great. It was the after that wasn't. Thank you, Alyssa. Alyssa says it was a very good fair video. I tried.
I think we've got this is the 10th one, and this might be my last one out of this game. I think
You
we
know
might have
what though? 10 is really good.
10's easy to uh math out for sure.
The what?
To math out, to figure
Oh,
out like yeah.
yes, Angel. That is what we're going for. We're going to speak it into existence.
Yeah,
We're going
this
to
year
have
you guys are gonna bring your goal uh inventory, and then you're going to almost sell all of that inventory, and you're gonna have to up it the next year.
that makes me anxious.
Okay. But it's not just you sell. Okay, never mind. I'll stop.
What's going to happen is I just need to bring more inventory than I think I'll need, just in case.
Mhm.
Or like put some to the side. No, I don't like doing that. Um, it makes me anxious because we do the fair and where are we? So the fair is over on August 9th. I come home and then on August 14th, 15th, and 16th, I have Celebrate Erie. Where last year we made almost $3,500 in sales.
Dang.
So, yeah, that's see why I don't want to sell out of my stuff.
Yeah,
I
but
want
you
to
have
make
other
money.
people, so
Yes. Yes, there will be other people, and if I get to a point where I'm really anxious about my inventory, I can always pull it off the shelf and like I can't
I
sell
need
it
this.
all. What the
I
hell am I
need this.
gonna have?
I
Huh?
need this next week. Just be like, I need this, and I need this next week, guys.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, all right, guys. Like, I'm just gonna keep all your stuff. That's what's gonna happen. Like, just gonna take it. Like, keep it all. Angel, oh wow, get your stocks up going. You should have separate bags just for Erie and whatever's left can be added to it. I'm really bad at that. I'm so bad at doing that. I just that is one of those things that it doesn't logically make sense, but like my brain says no. You have to bring everything you make to every market and put it out because you can't, like, you don't know. What if I do hold back inventory from the fair? And at the fair, I could have sold absolutely everything that I brought. And then I can at least spend that week um after the fair to try to crochet stock,
Mhm.
see what we have. But what if it's a complete bust? What if I make nothing? What if I held product from the fair for Celebrate Erie? And in doing so, I've taken sales away from the fair to not get any at Celebrate Erie.
Realistically, I wouldn't hold anything back from the fair alone because the fair is the fair and
Yeah.
so many people are going to be there. That is such a huge chance to sell. That is probably like, I mean, I don't want to say your biggest chance at the most, but like
No, it
rarely
is.
do you see that many people go through.
Right. That's right, Alyssa. Take everything. You never know.
All right, Kat, I hate to drop immediately, but I have to go take over for the baby. Kyle wants to sleep.
I do understand that.
So I am going to get off here. You have a good night. I hope you had fun. I did.
I did have fun. It's been nice hanging out. I
It's
haven't
been
seen you enough lately. None of us have seen each other enough lately. So,
we do the short or the screenshot moment because I have
oh
a bunch
yeah.
of
Let me find my other two snakes.
it's gonna take a second.
Does this look terrible? You're a little crooked there, snake. You are definitely crooked there, snake. Yay! We do need
Okay.
we do need a cafe night. I agree. I don't think tonight's going to be the night because I'm probably going to finish this snake and then maybe go to bed. I don't know.
My head still hurts.
Go check your blood pressure
I
just in
will.
case.
I need to take more meds anyway. All right. Good night. Good night, everybody. See you later. Bye.
Bye. Good night, everybody.